Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel, as well as my other YouTube channels, and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an alien activity video, the Dickson encounter. Now, many of us have heard stories about little gray aliens, and they are by far the most popular and numerous of these reported by witnesses and abductees, the grays as they call them. I did a video a while back about a number of alleged alien races visiting Earth, and I do not recall any of those alien races being blue. Blue aliens are rare, but they have cropped up in witness reports for the last 150 years all over the world and on every continent. They're everywhere, apparently. But they're rarely talked about. A man was allegedly accosted by blue aliens in the year 1900. His name was Dickson, and he lived in Australia. Mr. Dickson was working on his land, and he had a horse and a pack mule with him. A large gray disc flew toward him and then hovered over him. His horse and pack mule got spooked and ran off. Everything went dark. And when he could see, he saw three figures leaving the craft, which had landed nearby. They were tall humanoids with blue skin. They led him inside the craft and into a circular room. Several more blue-skinned men arrived, and they began to undress him. He was paralyzed, though, and through the whole incident, he was paralyzed. He couldn't move. He couldn't stop them. He was just there for the ride, as it were. He was strapped to a metal bed and examined. The blue men had all sorts of strange handheld objects. When they were done, all but one of them left. That one helped Dickson off the table, and he got dressed. The blue being then led him into another room through a door which had opened with the touch of which this being had opened with the touch of a finger, which was very uncommon in 1900. I mean, they had elevators, but they were usually in big cities and like that. But touching a button and a door opening, yeah, that was very uncommon back then. There was a huge window in this room, and Dickson looked out. He saw that they were really high up above the clouds. Excuse me. The crew never spoke to him, but rather chattered amongst themselves in a weird language he could not identify. He obviously couldn't understand it. As he watched, the craft descended and landed. When the door opened, Dickson grabbed a device off of a nearby table and ran out. The device was one of the metallic instruments that they had used to examine him. One of the blue men gave chase and caught up to him pretty quickly. These things are apparently very, very fast. There was a scuffle. The alien being, the blue man, pulled the device from his hand and then ran back to the craft, which then ascended and left. So you hear about all these cases where the guy, if they want us to believe it, they should grab something off of the ship. Well, Mr. Dickson tried. I mean, what else can you do? It ain't like he could defeat a bunch of them in a fist fight. I'm just saying. Dickson wandered for a few hours until he found a ridgeline that he recognized. He followed the ridgeline and he came to one of his neighbor's homes where he was given food and shelter for the night. He returned home the next day. Now, I did another video a while back wherein an abductee tried to abscond with an instrument from the craft to prove his story. Evidently, no alien wants their presence known, at least not proven. So, that being said, all those people who say, well, next time grab something off of the table so that we know. Well, you know what? People have tried. It's not like they haven't tried. Humans aren't completely stupid, I mean, they know nobody's going to believe them, so they got to find some proof. The aliens apparently aren't, I guess, willing to share. They're not willing to give us that proof, which makes sense because they've been hiding all these years. It's not like they're landing on the White House lawn, At any rate, I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.
UFOlogist, a scientific representative of a pacifist race called the Gandhiri, is sent away as an exchange officer. His objective? To learn the one skill his species never developed, to fight. And he's sent to learn that skill from the one species who does it better than any other in the galaxy, humans. If you like science fiction with an upbeat military tone, check out my novel, Vanguard One.
Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments even if you disagree with me.